The next is finance. Remember, the job of the finance person is tracking the money, recording the money, and planning, analysis, insights. This person essentially preoccupies himself or herself with the numbers. They are looking at the performance of your business based on the data, right? So what kind of person is ideal for a finance role? This is a position that involves money. So of course, it makes sense that this has to be somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who has integrity. Normally, I would expect that you do background checks for this kind of person. This person should have never been in a compromising situation in the past where there were either allegations of stealing money or their integrity or character was called into question. This has to be somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who is detail-oriented. Finance is about numbers. Every dollar and cent has to be accounted for. Every naira and kobo has to be accounted for. So this has to be somebody who is detail-oriented. There has to be somebody who is analytical. Because as you start to gather financial information from the business, patterns will emerge. Data always tells you something. The problem is some people cannot see what the data is saying. Your finance person cannot afford to be somebody who cannot see patterns in data. This has to be an analytical person that can see what the data is saying so that they can present those insights to the management team to improve the business. This kind of person, if they're analytical, they can see where leaks are happening. They can see where opportunities for improvements are. They can see where missed opportunities are. This person needs to be analytical. This person needs to be a strategic thinker. There's a difference between somebody who is just a trained accountant. You're a chartered accountant, right? You are a bookkeeper. But are you a strategic? How much of the big picture do you understand? So let me give you one example. Remember what I said about the operations person who says, because of how the generator is performing and how much we're spending on diesel, the person is proposing transitioning to solar systems, right? You might have a really good finance person, but the person will be telling you, where do you want us to get 10 million from? We cannot afford 10 million to spend on a solar power plant. Right now, we're spending 500K on diesel, and it makes sense for it's okay, right? This person cannot see that by making the sacrifice of buying a solar system today, it can save the business a lot more in the future. They are so myopic and narrow-minded that they cannot see the big picture. You don't want that kind of person as a finance person. The person will be good with the numbers, but that kind of person is not prepared to help the business grow. So you need somebody who is a strategic thinker. You need somebody who is risk aware. Finance risk is one of the biggest risks that can bring down a business. Running out of money, not having enough cash, not being profitable, taking on too much debt, being highly leveraged, all of this. So this has to be somebody who understands risk and how to manage risk. So if you're going to do something, the person will be like, have you thought about this? This could happen, this could happen, this could happen. Being risk aware doesn't mean that you don't take risk. Being risk aware simply means that you can understand risk, and that is the first step in managing risk. Because you cannot manage what you do not understand. If you cannot see it, you cannot manage it, right? So this person has to be risk aware such that it can help the management team have a more rounded view and understanding of what they are trying to do. Then another point of finance is financial planning. This person has to be good in terms of financial planning. If you have a good finance person, the person should be able to tell you, the way we are going, in 7 months, we're going to run out of money. If a good finance person should be able to tell you that through their cash flow forecasts, through their analysis of historical performance, they should be able to tell you, the cash we have right now, we're going to run out of cash in the next 3 months. And that's an important piece of information because there are businesses that wake up only to find out that they don't have money anymore, that they've run out of money, that they are now bankrupt. But a finance person helps you plan, helps you prepare for surprises, helps you prepare for the future. And of course, in this day and age, a good finance person should be able to use accounting software, whether it is the QuickBooks or Sage or any of the very interesting software products I'm starting to see in Nigeria and other African countries that are very relevant to the needs of local businesses. This person, because particularly in this age of artificial intelligence, a finance person that is good with technology, particularly with tools, can do far much more. What we're now seeing with AI is such that if you know how to ask the right questions, AI can give you insights that very few humans may be able to get. So a finance person knows what to ask for, knows what they are looking for. And with tools like accounting software, AI, and all the other things, the person can give you analysis and insights that would really, really help to boost the business. If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.